Stop letting society tell you about the best skincare routines, the hottest plastic surgeons, or the cream that will keep your skin from aging. It's time we start asking ourselves, what the fuck is beauty anyway? If we remove all the IG filters, is there more to a beautiful face than just skincare? Well, I'm here to share it with you, and hell yeah, there is. My name is Jen Carrasco. I have been an esthetician, as well as a high-level fitness competitor, and an all-around badass for over a decade. And I need you to know there is way more to keeping your mind and body clean than just a cream. Join me each week as I cut the BS out of getting healthy, caring for ourselves, and caring for our skin. I share real tips, real ingredients, and real experience. Now let's get some answers on what the fuck is beauty anyway. Welcome, guys. It is Jennifer and Michelle. We are going to talk about something that I think needs to be talked about and discussed, because I think it's kind of an epidemic that people think that they have this reality life that they need to show on social media, or they see all these people posting things and not really getting the reality that people have daily lives, that we all have ups and downs and everybody's not perfect. And so
yeah, I mean, I think we're going to talk today about a real person behind that perfect feed.
Yeah. So the podcast is What the Fuck is Beauty Anyway? But today, I mean, that stands for anything. So today going forward, I think we're going to be more of what the fuck does beauty mean with social media? So I know a lot of times people post, I even know for myself, for instance, like when I look really good for shows and I post pictures of like my abs and I'm on point, that I get all of these likes and all of these comments, and it totally makes my ego better. Like, don't get me wrong, because I worked fucking hard for it. Mm-hmm. But then on another essence, I post a picture of, I don't know, say my son, or post a picture of my family and the love and the joy or whatever else, and you don't get as many likes. And it's almost like, I feel like it's disheartening that social media plays such a plague in people's lives of...
Well, I think a lot of times it kind of almost dictates your mood or your day, kind of what people are commenting on and what they're saying and what they like and not liking. So.
Yeah. So I think today this was the reason what aspired from this podcast today was Andy Frisilla posted something on his social media. And then it got me to thinking, because I always look up to people and I admire and I see their life on social media and how fabulous they have it. And honestly, being around a lot of people that I consider upper category, upper league, who you think has their shit together, has their life together, has everything that they need in life, we don't by any means. We are typical humans. We have issues, and I have days that I don't want to get out of bed and I want to sleep in there all day because I'm depressed. And it doesn't mean I'm depressed over anything. I just wake up in a depressed freaking mood.
Yeah. You're human.
And I'm human as well. It's like, last night I craved Mexican food and we went and ate Mexican food, and I swear I probably ate my calories for like 3 days. But you know what? We're human beings, and we're all not perfect, and we all don't have abs all the time, and we all don't have pimples, have our periods. We get pimples.
I guess for someone kind of like you too, who's someone who people probably consider very disciplined in the sense because you are a competitor, that you naturally just had this discipline along, where that's something I really feel like you had to build up over time. Every competition you got stronger and stronger and stronger.
Absolutely.
And even for someone like yourself who's done many competitions and someone who has stepped on a stage in a bikini in front of thousands of people, you still have issues. Yeah, there's still those insecurities that are still popped up. And I think you're really raw and authentic online when you share your good days and your bad days with people. But there's a lot of people out there who do not.
For instance, is just like you said, people think, I am dialed in and I'm really good about my diet. And honestly, for the most part, I eat really good. Mm-hmm. But if you ask Kevin, who's my other half, I'm the peanut butter muncher. So if he buys peanut butter, literally in the middle of the night, I wake up and have spoonfuls of fucking peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, I'm like, you're a fat ass. What is wrong with you? Why do you eat that? Why do you blah, 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 blah? And this year, I've definitely been better about not nitpicking myself apart to try to just say, hey, I did it. I own it, whatever. Mm-hmm. I wanted it and, deal with it. But I don't know.
So let me ask you, so someone like yourself who has been in that spotlight in the sense of, so you have a lot of other bodybuilding competitors that you competed against, women who do a lot of social media. So, and they're posting a lot of the stuff about themselves. And then did you ever find you yourself when you were going through those times looking at social media and seeing them on there and seeing their chiseled body or their perfect diet that they were portraying? Did that ever make you feel any differently? Did it push you? Did it motivate you? Or was it more of a kind of like, I'm never going to get there?
I guess there's a couple ways to look at it, because I'm sure that bodybuilding has, or figure competitors, for me, I feel have taken a different avenue, and they're definitely going a lot more muscle, which I don't really want to be like, and I'm not striving for. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times you look at the pictures on Instagram, especially right before I was getting ready for a show. I try not to ever go and look at who I'm competing with, because really I was competing for myself.
Right.
And so I try not to look, but you do. And there's a couple times I looked at a couple girls that I know that usually I compete up against, and they look amazing on social media. Mm-hmm. And then you get backstage and you're like, oh, well, I look just the same as you do. I do have dimples there still. Mm-hmm. I do. You don't see all of that. For instance, a lot of the competitors or models, we have stretch marks. We have those things, and the spray tans help so you don't see them. Or if they're on a photo, they're airbrushed. We're all human. We all have cellulite. It's just, I really wanted to put this out there because I feel that so many people are being frauds. Meaning, honestly, if you're going to post a picture, and I'm not telling you that we don't filter our pictures, or I really actually try not to filter my pictures. I do have my girlfriend Carly who takes photos, and I think she does kind of filter them a little bit to where when I post them out there. But I almost feel like social media to me has been like another job. And it's because I have my athlete side of it, but then I also have my business pages. And for me, it's a form of advertising for my companies. So I represent my companies, therefore I have to, I guess, portray a certain way. But I really try to portray that I am still Jen. I'm not anything different.
Well, and I think a lot of times social media has kind of become this big comparison. So whether it has to do with your body or your business or your social group, your tribe or whatever else, who's doing what and when and where you're going. So I think a lot of times, like you were sharing earlier, was just that whole the comparison with people, but at the same time, trying to find that inner beauty within yourself. Yeah. So there's value in that. And I think a lot of times people miss that when they see other people posting things that they're living this perfect life. Yeah. We do all have those issues.
We all take shits. Mm-hmm. We all go to the bathroom. We all,
We go on the side of the road.
Yeah, well. That's for another podcast. That's right. I personally don't live on my social media. So I will post things. I will comment a little bit on there. But I don't sit there and scroll through it for hours in a day. I have really made it to where I know, for instance, people think, what's your addiction or your social media addiction? And the first thing you do is you wake up in the morning and you look at your social media feed and you look at this and you look at how many likes you got. And we're all guilty of doing that. Mm-hmm. And we're all guilty of, okay, well, maybe that picture wasn't enough because it's not getting enough likes, or we're not worthy of. And I guess that's why I kind of want to do this, because our beauty is within. And I don't feel that our beauty has to be how many likes we get on our social media. And I look back from my social media feed from when I first started and how many likes I got, or, it wasn't regulated as much. And now I'm lucky if I get so many likes. But that can damage people. It can make you feel like you're less than, and it's not true by any means.
Right. And that's certainly not healthy.
It's not healthy.
Right. Not at all.
I don't want girls, especially women, who are thinking that they have to be this perfect person and they have to uphold a certain body image to be perfect. And I feel like nowadays a lot of the girls are happy with the way that their bodies are.
I believe there's positive sides to social media because there has been a lot of movement in that direction about people accepting themselves as they are and teaching our girls, to love themselves for who they are. I mean, I think there is some plus sides with social media, but with like almost everything in life, there's upside to things and downside to things.
So tell me, because you just went to Hawaii and you decided to take a break. So it's really hard for me to take a break from social media.
It's part of your business. It's who you are, right? It's your branding, right?
Which I would maybe love to do, but that's kind of an anxiety issue.
Yeah.
For me, I guess. It's something that I guess I need to deal with because that's like not healthy.
Well, I just think it's part of your routine, right? Just as much as you make it a point to work out, you make it a point to make sure you're on some kind of social media because that's part of your business and what you're doing. So someone like myself who I do what I do, it's, social media is not a huge part of what I do, but I went to Maui last month and just enjoyed the 7 days. Just enjoyed 7 days really on social media. I posted every day of what we were doing and just sharing basically the beauty of the island with people. But I didn't spend any time scrolling and just having that moment. I'll have to say the first day or two was, it was my instant thing to pick up my phone and immediately start scrolling through there. And I had to subconsciously or consciously, Michelle, put the phone down. You're with your family right now. Be present and be in the moment. And I find myself ever since I've gotten back not picking up the phone and doing it anymore. I may scroll through and like a couple things, but the amount of time that I used to spend on Facebook has significantly decreased. And I just feel, I feel lighter. I feel lighter without it. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, anyone's life, one way or the other. Doesn't mean I don't love anybody less if I'm not liking or loving your stuff. But I feel like I'm being more productive in my life right now. I feel like that time, I was probably spending an insanely amount of time when I could have been, now I'm reading my books again and kind of getting involved and just kind of stepping back into being present in my life and doing my charity work kind of stuff. So it was nice. It was nice to have that little break and it is even continue to have it. That might be the new way for me. So.
It will be. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I want to give everybody maybe a little bit of homework. Does this sound odd? So I was thinking, what if we all just decided, I know within myself, when I wake up in the morning, I do not go on social media for an hour. I wake up, I meditate, I have my coffee, I try to regroup, think about what my day is going to be like, go for my walk. And then when I go for my walk, that's usually when either, I Facebook Live or I look at my Instagram if I want to, or I listen to my motivation as I'm walking. But I always set in like a time in my day, usually like if I really need to post or do something, okay, this is my hour slot or my 2 hour slot to post and to comment, or if people get back to me, then I can comment back and not be rude. But I think that maybe we should make it to where we all try to just take that phone and put it away when we're around people and we are having like dinner or we're having coffee with our friends or we're doing something to make it apparent that maybe we do not pick up the phone for like an hour when we wake up in the morning to figure out who we are and not look at social media of what we want to be like because somebody else has that, and then actually put it away when you have time with your family and friends. It's crazy how many times I go to restaurants and I see a couple that are sitting there on their phone and not even talking to each other.
Right.
Like,
or even
honestly.
Even parents with their kids.
Yeah.
You'll sit there and I'm like, this is the time. I guess I just kind of cherish those moments with my daughter now, and the fact that if we're somewhere and we can actually have a conversation with each other, it's not going to be both of us on our phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the time for us to really connect with each other and continue that mother and daughter relationship. So it's kind of, that's sad.
But it happens so much. Like I see it all the time.
Yeah. I do too. You can't go anywhere and do anything. You can't be in a waiting room, doctor's office, dentist's office, airport, restaurants, anywhere. People are always on their phone, checking their social media, texting people. There's really a lack of, that's one, I guess that would be one downside to me with social media is people have stopped connecting face to face with each other. They're commenting through or having these conversations through, and sometimes it's almost impossible when you finally do have a face-to-face with somebody, to even tell them what's going on in your life, because if you posted everything on Facebook, they already know. You know, so there's like, okay, so now what we talk about?
It's true.
You know, except what I've done in the last hour,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's kind of.
And also, I think that people put things that they want to on social media. That's really not the truth of what's happening in their life. And I think people really need to understand that we're not perfect.
No.
And it's a sad thing, I guess. It's sad that we have to look up to somebody all the time on social media and think that their life is perfect, or if they have that car, or if they have that house, or they have that dress, or, you know, that makes them perfect. Honestly, you have to be happy within yourself. Money is never going to make you, can make you happy. I'm not going to say that it's not going to, but you have to be happy, you know, overall first. But
well, I guess that could be a whole nother podcast. I mean, because you could have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, then it absolutely means nothing.
Absolutely.
So what's our homework? Tell us what our homework's going to be. What do you want us to do?
So I would like everybody to take the first hour of when they wake up in the morning and not be on social media. Give that time to yourself. And then to when we go out to dinner, we go out to coffee, or to do anything like that, put the phones away. Like, make it a logic affirmation that that's what you're going to be doing, and see how much that changes your life. Because honestly, it's really changed my life. I was on it, I think, quite a bit. Probably, I think I started this about 6 or 7 months, and I've noticed a huge difference.
I'm curious how many people out there actually go to bed with their phone, like have it on their nightstand, so it's there when they go to bed at night, and it's there when it's up in the morning. So
I'm sure. I mean,
I charge my phone in the kitchen, so it's away from me, so I don't even hear it in my bedroom. But
what I do before I get into the house a lot of times is I'll sit in my car and I'll answer all my emails, all my text messages that I needed to do, all my social media stuff. I overcheck everything. And then that way, when I get home or get upstairs, it's put away, you know, unless it's an emergency call or whatever it is.
Right.
But it's typically put away. And then that way I can at least enjoy some quality time with Kevin. So
how long are we going to do this for? 30 days, rest of our life?
I think we should do a 30-day challenge.
Okay.
Because honestly, I think if you do a 30-day challenge, it's just going to, what is it, 3 weeks and something's set in stone. And it makes a huge difference. You know, think about it. Like when you're in Thanksgiving, you know, put your phone away. Be thankful that you have your family and you guys are around each other. I don't know. This was my little blurb that I wanted to talk about for, you know, beauty and what I think beauty stands for. But we did a live feed with our podcast today on Facebook. So if anybody has questions or if they have comments or they think anything, definitely, you know, DM us. Or if you want to do the feed now, you can say whatever you want to, and we can comment back on you if you have anything. I don't know. What else did you want to talk about?
That was it. That's today's topic.
Do you have any homework for anybody?
I don't have any.
No homework? No fun.
This is your classroom.
It's my classroom? No. Okay.
I'm the TA.
You're the TA? Tits and ass?
Teacher's assistant.
Oh, okay. Damn it. I thought it was tits and ass. I was all excited. All right, you guys. Anyway, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for tuning in this week. I hope you feel more empowered and more inspired to love the skin you're in. As we navigate new society norms and beauty daily, make sure to always ask yourself, what the fuck is beauty to me? And know that's all that matters. If you love this content today, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Follow me and get more info on my guests at ViragoStudio.com. Yes, I said it, ViragoStudio.com. And that's the shit. See you on the next episode, beauties.